Wish I could see you. Make sure we're with you guys this morning. Special day. Derek is with us. Yeah.
I got Alfred and Joe in trouble. Now I'm here in Georgia getting Andy in trouble.
Yeah, we're there and we're doing our thing.
All right.
Cool. Outstanding. Good morning, folks. Our first day on the water with the shrimp boat. And what a surprise. We got Derek here with us. And we're going to give this a shot and see how it works.
Catch some shrimp today.
Catch some shrimp today. Exactly.
Old Fisherman Joe was talking about shrimp all the other day.
Yeah.
Joe didn't promise to get me on any shrimp, but Andy may get me on some shrimp today.
We're hoping.
I'm hoping.
We're hoping. Hey, Jim, good morning. Welcome aboard. Let me take care of out here.
All right. Andy left me in control of the helm. Now I know what it's like to be Andy Jones aboard the Minorcan Mullet, ladies and gentlemen. You look over to the right, I have no idea what we're looking at. You look over to the left, still have no idea. We're going underneath the bridge. No, we're going that way. My second time on the waterways here in St. Simon, Georgia, and Andy relinquished control of the helm to me. It's a dangerous thing. Dangerous thing. Fortunately, we're going slow, and yeah, I don't see Georgia DNR to give me a ticket to no wake, but I'm not throwing a wake here. Just to be clear, that was not me the other day. John SS is here. John Mason, awesome, good to see you. Jim, good to see you. Yeah, Andy's back there. I think I can show you what he's doing. Probably hear him clanking around on the audio. He's getting ready to drag nets here in a little bit. Don't let Derek block the dock. No, we got out of the dock pretty quick. John's telling me, or telling you not to let me block the dock. We got out of the dock pretty quick this morning. There was no dock blocking going on. I'm in Andy's backyard, not mine, so a little bit more courteous. A little bit more courteous. What's he doing back there? This is so cool. I've seen a lot of this, like y'all, on that end of the screen. Being here today, watching Andy, what he's doing, that rig he's got set up for dragging nets is really cool. And then the live stream, this YOLO device, this whole setup is really cool. You should be proud of yourself, Andy. It's back on. Oh, I had it in the I had it in the cockpit for a minute there. But
Taking a look at the back of the boat and how things are set up.
Yeah. Really cool.
That's cool.
Setup.
Now, we can probably get another camera or two set up, but I'm anxious to get dragging.
Okay.
So let me get over here and try to get us out to where we're going. It's not too far of a ride.
Give you the helm.
Yeah, let's see. Shut off some of that noise.
Want me to close this?
We can. That might help. Will help a little bit. So yeah, we're here. We're off today to try this. And this is our first trip shrimping. Now, I made a little recon trip over to the shrimp dock yesterday, and the boats are starting to catch a few, and so yeah, I'd rigged the boat up. I was ready. I knew it was coming because usually it's about mid-September for us. And so here we are, and the door F. Some of you guys will remember the door F from the saga when they had the issue with the crack in the hull. If you saw that video, if you haven't, check it out. Those guys were out yesterday and had over 600 pounds in a couple hours. So I can't help myself. I got to get out and try it. And it's a beautiful day in coastal Georgia. The sun's shining. We woke up this morning, and Derek and I, the first comment we made is fall's arrived. We walked out the door, and it felt pleasant, and that was very nice. But it's good to have you guys here with us. We may be making history today, and you guys are here with us as the first actual live stream shrimping, doing some trawling. I'm not aware of any other that's ever been done, so you guys will be here with us while it happens right here in front of you, and hopefully that adds a little bit of excitement to it. Now as I'm running out now, and I'm looking over to Point of Jekyll there, and I can see one boat. It looks like they have whipped their nets up, and that's not a good sign. But we're committed now.
Yeah. We're gonna get some shrimp.
We're gonna go try this and see what happens. So we're going to be off of Jekyll Island, and right now the beaches are open in the state of Georgia, which means that we can legally be within 1,000 feet of Jekyll Island Beach. So we're going to get up there and see if we can find some shrimp.
Captain Brian's in the chat. Good to see you, Captain Brian. They're talking about texting Joe.
Joe may still be asleep.
He may. Joe keeps odd hours. I don't know, was it his stage night last night?
Well, yeah, I caught a bit of his live last night. He was they were fishing.
Well, you got him all famous after the Speedos. Now he's got a whole following. He's got to go work the stage every now and then at the local club.
That does not surprise me.
So.
You know, in a rush to get cameras and stuff set up, I haven't turned on any of my electronics, so we'll try to get some of this stuff up and running.
Well, the guy at the helm should have done that.
We're going to have to dock his pay today. Hey, Michelle, good morning. Welcome. I've got Derek here with me, which we got to get a better camera in here. Now you're in there.
Yeah.
You know, you may be able to turn that camera
I can just
a little
stand
bit.
here, right? If I stand here, they see.
Yeah.
You see my nice greasy hair because I rolled out of bed. Didn't shower this morning. So Andy may not want me standing that close to him.
Well, let me tell you, when you're on the shrimp boat, as far as shower, personal hygiene while the boat's working, you know, you get a pass.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, Andy, if we catch some shrimp, I'm sitting here thinking in my mind right now because I know a bunch of y'all call me out on my show for not doing catch, clean, cooks. If we catch some shrimp, what I should do is Andy's got a, by the way, I'm going to rat him out live right now on YouTube. Andy has a whole bunch of Yankee meat in that refrigerator is at the house.
This is true.
But Andy didn't put the Yankee meat there. I did. I had a food show in Florida, as for some of y'all know who were watching me hang out with Fisherman Joe and Alfred. And yesterday on the ride back, I gave Andy some pork roll. And I got some pork roll left too. I might be able to do like a north meets south with a shrimp and grits instead of like tasso ham or something. Use pork roll, come up with some, cube it, throw it in there. Problem is, it's already a thin slice as it is.
It is thin.
But it might add enough flavor. I don't know, I'll play with that. That might be interesting. You do hear and see, Derek. Yeah, I did not. I know I've fallen off the face of the earth a little, but I am here today. Just heading out on the water. Good to see you, David. You got Chrome in here too. Good to see you, Chrome.
Making history today, Derek.
Live streaming, shrimping, dragon net shrimping. This whole setup Andy has is actually a really cool setup. He did his homework more than I did my homework.
Well, one thing I've learned, this system, it's really dependent on, for me, on cell coverage, and it doesn't work well at big venues where you have a lot of people.
They're throttling the
Yep.
bandwidth.
That causes problems. I found that out early on. But for what we're going to do today, hopefully you guys will be able to get some good video and see a little bit of the action as it happens.
David's going fishing. Good luck. Tight lines to you, bud. Oh wait, 44 degrees up on Lake Huron. 49. Ah. Yeah, when we say fall is here, we're not talking about 44 degrees fall. Let me see, what is 74 degrees? That's fall.
I think that's Captain Johnny right there.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the door, yeah.
He's got birds following, but you're right, the nets are out.
He's made his one tow for the day.
You raise them on the radio?
He might be on the deck. Might have the boat on auto. Let's see. I want to.
I don't know if y'all could appreciate the horn that Andy has on this, but being out on the barge on the receiving end of the horn, that horn has some oomph to it. Look, their nets are in.
Yeah, they're dragging. Antennas down, I don't know. Captain Johnny, where are y'all headed? Y'all already calling it a day?
Teresa said your horn woke her up.
Hey, good morning.
Where's it at?
Hey, it's up there. Don't worry. I don't know if he's got the radio on or not. I tried to call it. I think we would have hit him from there.
We got 27 people hanging out in chat right now.
That's cool.
Very cool. It's a lot harder to read his chat because he's rolling right now or bouncing. I can't read it as well. Just as I say that, he throttles down.
Yeah, why not?
Is this where we're dragging?
We're gonna give it a shot. We'll put it out and see what happens. All right, Derek.
Look at those trees.
Yep, Driftwood Beach.
That is so cool.
All right,
a lot like our Botany Bay.
Let's see what happens here. Let's go to this so we can kind of watch this crazy action out here.
What knot are you tying?
This is just my tail bag knot. I'm sure it has a name. The cool thing about this knot is it's really easy to untie.
It just keeps tension on the end of the...
Just keeps pinching against itself. That's right. Nice and straight. All right. Or if you want to speed it up just a little bit for me, Derek.
Not bad. Am I trying to get on the breadcrumbs you got or what?
Hold on a second there. All right, go ahead and pull on it to about 2,000.
$2,000, Cap. What prop you got on there, Andy?
What's that?
What prop you got on?
Oh, it's 19. I'm not sure. I can't give you the.
I need to get you a different prop for shrimping.
Yeah, maybe. But the way I like to run, and I'm not turning it that hard.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't. It doesn't kill it. It might help a little bit.
I mean, like the barge, I got a 16-12.
Yeah, I can see that with you. Because
if you go down to a flatter prop right now doing this during shrimp season, I think you get a lot better performance out of it. No, you're moving.
I don't think it would change that much for me. For what I'm doing right here.
Right.
I'm not pulling on it that hard. What are we at? 2,000. So I mean, what are we making? 1.6.
1.6, 1.8.
Against the tide. Not bad. So what's everybody saying here? Where are we at? Are we back in, or we're in the cabin?
They're looking at me sitting at the helm. I'm the captain now, right? Tell them.
Making things happen. Hey, it's all Derek's fault.
All my fault.
Let's see if we can change this just a little bit.
There you go. Now they see you.
How's that, everybody? We're back in business.
Yeah, now they see you.
Geez, I'm going to take advantage of this situation. This is pretty nice.
Andy's got a crew on the boat. He's kicking his feet up now.
Heck yeah.
Next thing you know, he's going to be turning the mic off and Z'ing out. Now, how deep is that net dragging right now?
We are, let's see, what are we in? 10 foot of water?
Yeah.
So it's on the bottom, and it's about, it comes up about 2 feet.
All right, and the doors are kicking up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of, as they go over the sand, you know, it's going to make a pretty good streak of stuff back there.
Good, I mean, because I'm seeing activity here on your finder. Nap time for sure, yeah.
Oh, this is awesome.
The hell's that?
That's the alarm going off on that radio telling me that I don't have the GPS hooked up to it. But it's got an internal GPS, which I don't understand why it always does that. Oh, technology. Well, there's a smaller boat out here ahead of us. What's going on? Is it another small boat towing out here?
I don't know what that is. No, it looks like a couple of guys sitting on it. They're out fishing. They're out fishing.
I should have brought the iPad. We could have set it up and kind of showed guys. Guys, this is a preliminary run here.
Just ignore the 5 beeps, Captain Brian says.
So
yeah, that has nothing to do with a danger agency or nothing like that.
No danger. But I would have some other cameras set up, which I might still be able to do that and try to get some more stuff going out here. Because it is a pretty day.
It is. There's people out on the beach there.
It is nice.
Now we're dragging off of, you said this beach is...
This is Jekyll Island, or in this area right here this is known as Driftwood Beach.
Okay.
And you can see as the erosion has kind of overtaken into some of those forest areas and some of those trees have toppled over.
Yeah. They get bleached out by the salt water and the sun.
Yeah,
and become
they do.
driftwood.
But my gosh, a lot of people enjoy coming down and getting photos, wedding photos, especially family photos, those kind of things on Driftwood Beach.
They're saying don't let Stripes on the boat. No, there'll be no shrimp. That guy Stripes from Low Country Boil on the 29th.
Oh my gosh.
He's
a bottomless pit.
He ate his weight in shrimp that day, did he not?
You know, I think about that day, and I invited those guys to come up, and you know, we made a memory for those guys. That's something those guys will never forget. Hey, do you remember the time we took the boat out to the beach?
Yeah.
And those guys told us to come over and eat some shrimp? Do you remember that? That's never happened again. Yeah, that was pretty special. That was a neat day, and yeah, Stripes.
Bubba John Mason Smith talking about shrimp. You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it. There's shrimp kebab, shrimp Creole, shrimp gumbo, pan fried, deep fried, stir fried shrimp soup. That's damn right.
That's pretty good. I'm shaking out there into the table when we get these things pulled. And we'll try to pull here. We've been at it with the ropes tight for about 7 minutes. You know, I'd like to go for 45 minutes to an hour on a tow.
Okay.
We kind of keep looking out in the water to see if we see, you know, some cannonball jellyfish, you know, jelly balls.
Yeah.
If we start seeing a lot of those, we don't want to tow long.
What's the craziest thing you ever got in a fish net, in a shrimp net?
Yeah, on this boat was the, and thank God I had some friends on board. I spotted a spotted eagle ray that weighed about 150 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, it was massive. And he'd gotten down in the net, and his wings were folded up. I mean, like 2 burritos on the end of this fat body of a thing. And I was just so concerned that he was going to just shred my net. Just slap one time and just shred it. We had to pick the net up and push him back out. I mean, he was so big he wouldn't go down in the net. We had to like go back out, slide him back out the mouth of the net. That was about the craziest thing I've caught on this boat. And then the craziest thing I've ever seen caught was on a commercial boat, and that was an 11-foot great white shark, which I was at the time thinking we didn't have great white sharks in this area.
Those old search guys have proved that wrong.
I have since been proven that, yeah, not only are they here, they frequent the place.
Yeah. 11-foot great white. It wasn't alive at that point, was it?
No, he had succumbed. And then the next craziest thing after that would have to be, I don't know, it kind of parallels it, was, and I didn't catch it, but I was working on the boat when it was caught as a weekend help. The guys caught a World War II coffee mug from Germany. And the logical thing is that, you know, it probably came off a submarine that was here during the Second World War. It was some like olive leaves kind of draped around it this way. Interesting little artifact.
That's what a lot of people don't realize during World War II. a lot of the coast would have to black out and everything because
Right,
of U-boats.
Yeah. We had a couple ships that were torpedoed right off of St. Simon's during the war, and some guys lost their lives. Something big broke right there in the water.
Speaking of World War II remnants, the guys out of Charleston, they caught a mine the one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yep. And of course, the way the government is, the government gave them hell. It's like, what do you want me to do? Put it back?
Yeah. Exactly. Here, tell you what, I'm going to bring it to you. Just drop it off.
Yeah, they've caught golf carts, all sorts of things when they're dragging these big commercial nets.
A lot of these guys still catch from every golden ray from the cars and things like that.
Yeah.
There's something up there.
Something up there, yeah. I mean, there's a fair amount of activity on the Finder here.
Yeah, it looks like those guys are towing as well. I can see something.
Yeah.
Something coming off. So we got another small boat. Looks
Yeah,
like a Carolina, maybe Carolina skiff.
It looks like a skiff, Carolina skiff.
3 guys on it, and looks like they've got a small net. Kind of doing the same thing we're doing today.
They ain't got Andy Jones, Minorcan Mullet, the Parker.
Yeah. I doubt they're live streaming the event.
You doubt they're live streaming that?
Yeah. So just to kind of give you guys up here in front of us, in addition to the boat that just passed us that's pulling a small net like we are, there are a couple commercial boats that are still out in front of us. One is still towing, and one is in the process of, looks like whipping their nets up. Looks like they're getting ready to go in. I think we got to be good for a tow or two right here.
I think so. I mean, I'm seeing stuff on your Finder here. Like you said, I'm seeing stuff break in front of us too.
Yeah, there's this net we're pulling has a modified TED on it. We're not required to pull a TED because we hand pull the net in. If you use a winch, you got to have a TED. That's part of some of the rules. But
and for those of them, because you got 24 here right now.
A TED is a turtle excluder device. It stands for a turtle excluder device, and it's been implemented by the fisheries for, geez, many years now. But on a small net that you pull in by hand, you don't have to have a TED, or like on a tri-net, you don't have to have a TED on a tri-net. But we're not required to pull one, but I still have a form of a TED. It's a soft shooter, which means it's made out of webbing, and it's works in the same principle. It creates a barrier that anything large that comes in the net hits that and then goes out of a flap on the net. So that helps us with, hopefully won't see any more of the eagle rays.
Yeah.
Here, all jellyfish, jelly balls, what we call them.
Yeah.
They're going to continue on down the net and get into the tail sack, and they're just weight. That's just a tremendous amount of weight. So that stuff it won't kick out of the net.
Yes, Teresa, my hair is getting long. Not long enough yet though, but I am still trying to grow that mullet for my college reunion. And Captain Brian says that skiff must be, what do you call it, sliding all over. It's actually tracking pretty well. Yeah, no, Michelle, it's happening. There's going to be a mullet at my reunion.
Derek's going to look so foxy.
Yeah.
With
I'm going to
his
get
mullet.
the 1980s, early 90s gym coach shorts on.
Do that. You also need to get yourself a pair of bell-bottom jeans with a big buckle and then some kind of polyester pullover. You're set, rocking for a good time.
No, I'm going with the shorts and the polo, man. I want to look like that, the PE coach.
You know, it's funny you say that because in my era, I don't care what school you went to. That was the uniform of the PE coach.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yep.
It was like those bike coaching shorts that had the two big buttons on the front.
Right.
And that
they came up to
whatever material those things were made out of. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta order those off the internet still. But that's gonna be my uniform for the Citadel does a tailgate march on for the football game with all the alumni on Saturday.
Beautiful.
And that's gonna
maybe
be
you'll be out leading the band.
I might.
Hey, listen, we're not going to see you take off across the field.
I'm not streaking.
Okay. Well, I didn't say streaking. You can, but just don't be that guy that ends up trying to find bail.
Yeah. Joe has PE coach shorts. I didn't know that. 90s mixed with the 70s. Yeah. Michelle's like dying to get me to sing. She wants me to sing when I lead the band on. So does all of this turn to beach here? Like these crossovers?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
It does?
Yep.
But the tide's coming in right now.
Yes.
Right? Oh yeah, this guy, he's overtaking the other shrimp boat. His nets are up, he's going in, huh?
Yeah, he is headed home.
Which one's that?
That's the Lady Raven.
Lady Raven.
Captain Thurman.
Andy, you need a new cam. Your mic is scratchy.
This mic scratchy?
I don't know. That's what Insult's saying.
I don't know. Is he the only one that said it? Is anybody else having a problem with the audio? Please let Derek know.
Yeah, let us know if it's coming in clear or not. Mics are perfect from Michelle.
All right. It might be an internet issue on that end. I don't know. I wonder if I can do this right here.
Of course you can do it.
But you know what I can do? It's just right here.
Charles May says mic is fine. Teresa says clear. Insult saying it is scratchy. Jim saying clear on my end. Insult, maybe turn it on and off again. It might just be a bad connection with the actual stream. Try just re-log into the stream. Insults in all caps saying it's not him.
It's not me.
You're listening on a laptop or PC with the headphones in, I'm guessing.
That Commodore 64 might not be cutting it anymore.
Ooh wee. There, that was the wake of the Raven, huh?
That was. And y'all, the wind is supposed to come up out of the northeast today. So
he's saying he's gonna record it and send it to you. He's gonna give Andy proof.
I don't know.
Y'all are gonna get a picture. Y'all will get a picture of my hair is long. Don't worry about it. It's got, we're September 19th right now. My kid brother turned 26 yesterday.
Jeez.
He was 6 years old when I went to college.
That's not a kid anymore, man.
Yeah. Yep. But it's gonna grow November, so I got another month and a half to let it grow out. And what a great age, right? That's old Danny boy.
You're still invincible at 26.
Oh my God. He's an engineer for Ford Motor Company. And was actually really nervous with what the UAW is going on right now, right?
Sure.
So Ford, it's the Detroit plant, because he's at the Cleveland plant. He was really nervous about it because, you know, his manager was telling him he might have to break the strike line because he doesn't fall under the union purview. And it's like, you are not breaking a strike line, kid. Those guys will not forget that. You'll be sitting at a bar someday and somebody will be like, that's him.
That's the guy. I'm going to the trunk.
Yep. Insult screen recorded it. He's gonna upload it so you can listen to it.
Geez, if the stream's not coming over so well, I apologize.
It's a stream. It's probably fine.
And we're live on the boat offshore here of Jekyll Island, and so unfortunately, right now, other than an external mic plugged into the box, this is what you're going to get.
Right. I mean, remember, these mics are going to have noise reducers and everything. You got a motor back there working. You got some wind coming in off of the sea there, a little sea breeze. You know, I mean, there's probably all sorts of different things in play. And I'm sure Andy, because Andy's really good at this, I'm not, we know that, going back and publishing edited content.
Don't blame it on me, man.
Andy publishes really good edited content, and I'm sure after this live stream, because he is recording it, you're going to see something edited. And you're not going to have to worry about whatever you hear.
We'll see.
We're live right now. There's 26 of y'all hanging out, enjoying us, pulling nets. Let me see, can I do it? There it is. We got a net pulling back there. There's that 200 Yami.
Doing its thing.
Doing its thing, trying to convince all the shrimp to go into our net.
And hopefully we're finding a couple back there.
Yep.
We're up here like right up underneath the beach. Derek's got us right down the line of the beach.
Trying to keep us in 10 feet of water. I'm seeing all sorts of activity on your finder here. What you thinking, Cap? Derek did not agree to peel all the shrimp. Did you want to adjust this camera and show them that boat? Andy will ask, Teresa will ask Andy that when he gets in. These aren't my shrimp, these are his shrimp. No hellcat just yet. Huh. Big down there. What's up, Miss Ashley? Good to see you. Who else we got in here? I haven't said hey to Jory, Mark. Andrew, I've seen you back and forth on here. Insult, we can check it out later. I'm dragging the net right now. I'm not going to be able to see it, hear it, or whatever. Sometimes when you go live, I'm not familiar with his equipment. Oh, Tyrone only follows Joe. Yeah. Hey, Andy. Teresa's wanting to know if you can send her some shrimp to Texas.
Oh, wow. I don't know. How would you package them? Dry ice or something?
Can you dry ice them?
I don't.
You can probably dry ice them.
Teresa, I'm not sure. I've never mailed shrimp to anyone.
I've never mailed shrimp either. Yeah, it's probably going to be dry ice.
And I think you would have to certainly overnight them. You wouldn't want them riding around in the back of a UPS truck for 2 days, right?
Yeah, but you'd be amazed.
They send
if you send
halibut and salmon from Alaska all over.
We send meat all the time with what we do.
I'm sure it could be done.
And even I took 2 coolers full of meat down to Florida, and what was that for?
What?
Is that your horn?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't.
That's it.
I was
the magic button.
I was going to put my knee there and
don't do that.
Scare the hell out of myself.
don't do that.
What'd I do? But yeah, I took 2 coolers full, got dry ice on Thursday night, got dry ice on Friday, and then Monday.
Where do you even get dry ice? Where's the dry ice store?
So it depends. It was actually a little bit more difficult getting it down in Florida this time. Last time every Publix had it. This time the Publix right by the hotel where we stayed at.
Right.
There's a Publix right around the corner from there. They had it in November when I was down there, but they didn't have dry ice this time. So I had to go to the Publix in Old Cutler Bay area. Some of the Publix have it down in South Florida. Up here, you've got Harris Teeter, right?
Sure.
Harris Teeter typically has it.
All right.
Harris Teeter typically has it.
I've just something I've never had to have, I guess, you know.
Yeah. It's amazing how much dry ice I go through nowadays, though. Doing what I do.
I can just imagine. I mean, way you're traveling and that kind of thing.
Yeah. And it's amazing how it keeps it frozen.
What we got going on in here?
Teresa's talking about how she loves sausage and then follows it up with, don't mean it in a nasty way. We got,
what is
Harris Teeter on the island.
Hey, can you put this up on your phone?
I can. My phone. You got an iPhone though? Because my phone's going to need a charge.
Stick it in this. It'll charge.
Oh, it'll charge there?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to put that. You're going to hold that?
I got to make a call. My sister.
Okay.
y'all just a minute so I'm not aggravating everybody with this.
Oh, sitting in 10 feet of water right off the coast of Jekyll Island, Georgia. This doesn't suck for a Tuesday, I'll tell you that. This captain chair is nice. Need to get me one of these for the food boat. Need to get one of these for the food boat. Wow, that thing's just charger and everything. Andy's got all the tech on this boat. That is a nice day out, John, yeah. There we go. Bangers is in the house. Take the fear out of the gear. No R in Georgia. Georgia, Georgia.
Let's see if we can get this.
How long we been dragging? Favorite shrimp recipe? Huh. Honestly, it's a hard one.
What's that?
They're asking what my favorite shrimp recipe is. I mean, I'm a huge fan of just a good peel and eat shrimp. I mean, we had a bunch of them at the show yesterday.
Right.
And then, what else is there? I mean, jambalaya. Jambalaya. I can go for some good jambalaya. Or shrimp and grits. Or a low country boil. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the reason I like a low country boil, though, is it's just very well seasoned. Right? Low country boil is just a very well seasoned peel and eat shrimp. That's ultimately all it is. A houseboat with a kitchen next season? No, it's still gonna be the food boat. Yeah, please let's go ahead and make sure y'all are smashing that like button for Andy here, right? On the Minorcan Mullet. I'm only seeing 19 likes, and we got 31 of y'all hanging out. That like button does do a lot. Let's go ahead and make sure we smash that like button. We like a low country boil. Yeah, low country boils are good. Dinner tonight is going to be fried shrimp. Oh, red beans and rice. Man, you're talking there. Yeah, that's good too. That's good too. Fried anything. Well, I'm not going to say fried anything. But fried food is damn good. They're still looking at your camera out there. Well, actually, you got it playing a replay of the sandbar party now. You want me to switch it over to me while you're messing with that thing, or what?
I was trying to get showing. We kind of show the tow ropes and stuff back there.
I got you. How'd you have it playing the replay though?
On that controller on that camera. It's just feeding the output into the HDMI. What do we got?
Yeah.
30, 35. Could you imagine 35 people on this boat shrimping?
Shoo-wee.
And here we are through the modern marvels of YouTube and live streaming. Folks are here with us.
Yeah.
Derek, let's make a slow hand turn back to the left here. And we kind of start heading back up that way. And we're still, geez, maybe a quarter of the way down Jekyll Island.
Yeah.
And way down to the south there, you can see that's Cumberland Island.
Okay.
And now that's the last barrier island in the chain for Florida.
Okay. So Amelia and all that's down that way, or
Just
what?
on the other end of that island will be Amelia Island.
Okay.
Amelia Island's the first island in the Florida chain.
So Cumberland is St. Mary's area, or? Okay.
Exactly. If I had, you know what? We've got your phone charging right there. You know what we can do right
Yeah.
here? Let's go.
Yeah, he did get Derek to do all the piloting, didn't he?
Well, wouldn't you?
How would Alfred would be seasick already? I thought Alfred was pretty good on that stuff. Andy, you got offers for free deckhands here.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, this is the easy part.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to hauling that thing up here and then separating the bycatch from the shrimp and all that.
Things change. People change.
We're just gonna.
Yep, just kind of parallel right back up from where we are. Let me see.
Oh, we got the current behind us now. We're out running the shrimp at 3-2.
Just to give you guys an idea. This is where we are.
No, you're gonna show them my terrible track.
It's not that bad.
We're talking about submarines over here, so I'm zigging and zagging, pulling a couple crazy Ivans.
So we go here, and we can carry on the conversation, and folks can kind of see where we are.
How is this different from the way Joe catches shrimp? Is what John is asking.
Joe catches shrimp with wing nets, which he doesn't pull doors. It's just like a frame that comes out on both sides of the boat, and they hold the door open. some people call them skimmer boats and or drift boats, skimmer boats, whatever. And he's just kind of the shrimp are up on top of the water, and they're kind of just pulling those nets along in those frames. It's big rectangular frames, and that's the way one of those boats work. And then it's basically the same. You know, you pull up the end of the net, go through it. But he doesn't. He won't have near the bycatch or anything like that we have.
And why is that?
Well, he's on top of the water,
right.
And basically you're targeting those shrimp. You can. Most of the people that are doing that, I mean, you see the shrimp in the water.
Correct. And
you're just targeting those shrimp. We can't
see them in this nasty muddy water?
You can't see them 6 inches below the water here. So yeah, that's the difference in what we do and what Joe does with his rig. Both are very efficient. You know, over in Louisiana, there are many bigger, larger skimmer boats that work over there. And some of those boats will just simply anchor up in the current.
Yeah.
And swing their nets out. And they don't maneuver anything. They just anchor up and let the tide kind of flush the catch through them.
It went to your side by side went to black.
Oh, well, let me change that.
I think they got enough of it.
Yeah, but I just want to change that if we do decide to go back to it.
Yeah. So another question that you got in the chat, what's some of the regulations here in Georgia? Like, what are the size or quantities you're looking for here?
Well, with this license, there's no limit on how many you can catch.
Okay.
There's no limit on the size you can catch. Now, there are limits as far as where you can tow, and those are pretty clearly defined by the Department of Natural Resources through GPS coordinates on the islands. Everything is pretty much off the beaches. It's you're on the beaches when you're doing this, and the areas that are in the estuaries, they're closed except for cast netters and bait shrimping. Bait shrimping is done basically the same way we were doing on the small boat.
Yeah.
Those guys are limited on how many they can have on the boat. They can only have 50 quarts on the boat at any one time. And in Georgia, the beaches are open from 3 miles out up to the beach line during daylight, 30 minutes before daylight. You can't shrimp out here where we are at night.
Why is that?
That is a state law. From there, you have to be 3 miles offshore and be in the federal waters. As much as it has to do with just don't be up in here. It's at dark. It probably a lot of it has to do with management strategies for the crop of shrimp. That's what I would think. If not, you'd be up here 20. We have boats out here 24 hours right off the beach dragging these nets.
For sure.
But as you can see, we've seen 3 commercial boats out here and 1 small boat that's towing. So there's not near the pressure that used to be put on the area for shrimp trawling as there was back in early 80s, late 70s.
Okay.
Back in those days, you'd come here and you could come down and the pier
Walk
and look out and you'd see 30 or 40 boats out.
Yeah, you walk across them, it's a whole city moving. Yep.
It's certainly changed.
Now you do hear some of the fishermen talk about how there used to be much more shrimp back then, and how there are fewer now. Is it because of the overpressure on the fisheries, you think, or what do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Well,
I know that's not a fair question.
as populations have increased along the coast, there's more stormwater runoff. There's more issues with higher nitrogen levels in the water. You know, that's a constant issue. I don't think it's because of the pressures of shrimping, because that is steadily declined, and
Correct.
that decline has not been, I wouldn't say a direct result of the number of shrimp caught, is the cost of these guys getting out here and trying to make a living.
Right.
You know,
All the fuel they're burning and the
Sure.
smaller catch, and it's just not worth their while.
yeah, people are looking. They're going on the either other fisheries or moving in the other industries.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the environmental issues that have come about, you know, I would say that's probably the biggest thing. Weather has some, you know, certain amounts of rainfall causes the shrimp and crab populations to do different things based on the salinity of the water.
Yeah.
That could certainly factor into it. I'm not a biologist, so for me to try to guess what exactly it is that what external factors, you know, I'm not intelligent enough to have that conversation with a reasonable amount of
For sure.
certainty.
Yeah.
Because I don't really understand. There's a lot of things about the life cycle of the little critter that I don't understand, and probably there's a lot of the life cycle that biologists don't understand.
Yeah.
But I think those factors are probably the biggest one is environmental concerns. You know, and then, you know, having a ship roll over with 4,000 cars in it.
It doesn't help the fisheries.
With oil, transmission fluid, radiator fluid, bunker C fuel on the ship. I don't, you know, that's probably would kind of be a gut punch to the estuary. It's probably going to take a little while for that to straighten up.
But I mean, we did see promising things when we were standing on the pier earlier with bait popping and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that. I mean, you're seeing it come back now.
It's rebounding. Now you see this water up in front of us, you see this coloration change?
I do.
That's from that boat that
Yeah.
just passed us over there. So you can kind of see where his
drag was.
and we're kind of right down the outside of it.
Have you ever done a low country boil or shrimp boil for your boys at Glen Academy?
Have we ever done one for them? Yes, we have. Matter of fact, they put one on this year. As a matter of fact, before the season got started, during our last kind of in-house scrimmage,
Yeah.
they had a boil for our Glen Academy family, for our players and our families to come out and enjoy that. And we had a good time, had a good turnout. I just saw a turtle come up.
Did you?
Yeah. Go ahead, turn it back this way right here a little bit.
Andy's boiling season of choice.
Zatarans.
Zatarans.
Without a doubt. And then you want to get the water salted to about the taste of seawater. And you can't go wrong. I don't like a lot of spice in it, but I want enough where you can taste it, but I don't want it where it's an unpleasant experience to eat it.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does.
I'm sure you've had it, you know.
Yeah.
You got a guy that, oh yeah, I know how to cook it. I know. Well, no, yeah, you cook with you certainly put the fire in that to the point that it's not enjoyable. I need some milk.
Yeah, I mean, as you've seen on the channel, like I like a little heat if it's flavor, but I don't need to prove anything as to how much heat I could take while eating food.
Yeah, we're not having this isn't a pepper eating contest.
Right. Overly spicy or hot food does nothing for me. Flavorful food is what I prefer. I told you that the Zatarans, I found it on the boat after.
Yeah, you told me that you did find it.
It was, you know where it was? It was up by the radio.
Yeah.
Good place.
You told
for
me.
it.
You told me.
For emergency purposes.
It's right there where you could find it.
Right there where I should have seen it. Spicy food is good for you, huh? Yeah, we showed the that jalapeno cheddar sausage at the show. It's always a good sausage to show. And it's funny because the heat from it comes from crushed red. It doesn't come from jalapenos.
Interesting.
And when we were developing the sausage, yeah, we made the mistake and went with seeded jalapenos. You want to talk about some heat? Leave the seeds in a jalapeno and let them sit in the freaking sausage.
Is that good for you?
Woo! So we went with de-seeded jalapenos and then added crushed red to give it some heat. And the first time we did it, it had heat. It was like, it wasn't punch you in the face, it was kick you in the throat heat.
Yeah. All right, let me see it, Dirk.
We ready to pull up?
Let's get ready to do this because the tide's getting ready to turn, and I actually have to have the tide.
So you need the helm?
Yeah, let me get her turned around and get her set so we can get this done. If we don't have tide pushing the net can get wrapped back around. The back of the net can come up and get around the doors, and then we got a twisted mess the way we do this.
Well, there's a good sign that the seagulls
Are we being trailed?
and dolphins are trailing too. So that's always a good sign because that means there's stuff in the net for them to mess with. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, we're going to get turned around here, and we're going to be heading right back into the current, into the tide, and that'll help hold that net back so it doesn't get wrapped around the rest of the doors, the front part of the net, the fishing gear there that holds the net open.
Why does the tide go in and out? Asked Teresa. The moon.
Because of lunar cycles.
The moon's effect on the oceans.
All right, let's do this again. Not this.
We're coming back here.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you get back in here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna slow the boat down.
Yep.
And
down to about 1200.
To the point we're gonna pull it right back into neutral. Yeah. Go ahead, Derek.
Neutral?
Yeah, just pull it right on back.
She's out of gear, Cap.
All right, back ahead.
What's that?
Back ahead. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna let you get a hold of this thing. Trade places with me again.
All right.
Take this little rascal right here.
Chad, I don't know if he's like expecting me to know what I'm doing here. It's gonna be like, haven't you watched my videos before? You know what to do.
I'm gonna catch that one right there, Derek.
Where's it going, on the pulley?
No, just pull it in.
Just pull it in.
Man, there's shrimp in there.
You got shrimp?
Yeah. Jeez.
There's some shrimp, yeah.
All right.
Where's that going?
Just untie that right there for me.
You got a phone ringing too.
Yeah, it's gonna ring.
It's gonna ring.
Take this and tie that off on that cleat. All right, give that a pull. Okay, back down. All right, hold it right there a second.
Let me can I grab my camera before you pull that?
Yeah, turn it loose. I gotta roll it over to get to the.
Ready when you are, Cap. There we go. Look at that. There's some big old shrimp in there, Cap. We are going to be bringing shrimp back today. Shrimp going in the baskets?
They go up on the table here in just a second. Let's try to get set back out.
You got too excited. Which one are we on? This one?
What's that?
Let's look and see which one we're on. We got shrimp on the deck.
Derek,
Yeah,
you'll
man.
grab our hook pole again. It's over in the rocket launcher. Want to grab this yellow buoy again.
Grab which one?
This yellow one I'm coming up on now. Take it around. Yep.
Talk to me, what you need me to do?
Go to the helm.
To the helm? Put it in gear?
Not yet. Yeah, go ahead and put it in gear. Go ahead, pull on it.
Back at 2,000.
Yep. Too high up. All right.
What you doing?
Fixing my shovel.
Gotcha. You got a couple seconds to bring that camera down closer for them to see, or?
Yeah, hold on just a second. Let's see where you get that.
Because they're gonna want to see some of what you're doing.
What's that look like?
That looks good. There we go, look at that. Now they're seeing some fishies in the sea. Now they get to see some fishies. So Andy, talk to him, tell him what you're doing. What are you looking for?
Well, as soon as I get set up in here, we're going to start picking up some shrimp. And try to get rid of the bycatch.
What kind of shrimp you got in that?
These are all white. Well, it's a mix of white shrimp and brown.
Okay.
But it looks like we may have more white in here than anything else.
And how do you know the difference between the two?
The tails, the most readily identifiable thing is the tails. They'll have this delicious looking green color on them, like that, like this. And the brown shrimp will not.
What do you got as far as bycatch in there?
I'm sorry, Derek?
What do you got as far as bycatch?
Well, it looks like mainly spots. We got a few sharks in here.
What kind of sharks?
Bonnethead.
Bonnethead?
Bonnethead.
Is bonnethead good eating?
I'm sure they are for somebody.
Yeah, get up closer to the camera with one of those bonnet heads. Actually, maybe in a bit, Chad, he's probably more worried about getting bycatch back into the water.
Here you go, Derek. Or you show that to him.
There you go. What we got? Y'all are right here. You can see that.
Lot shrimp.
A lot of shrimp.
Shrimp look pretty good.
Yeah.
Not a bad toad. Now, these are all mixed sizes. We got some really nice ones, and then there's some small ones in here as well. But for me, you know, I'm good with the small ones as well. They're going to go great into the freezer. Hey, shovel us up some more right here, Derek.
You ever seen some of the nasty ones you're not supposed to see?
What's that?
Like a mantis?
Oh. The praying mantis. I'm going to try to get this bycatch back in the water as quick as we can. Drop some more on us, Derek. Shrimpy, shrimpy.
Now you've had some of the high schoolers out here with you doing this, right?
What's that?
Last season you had some of the high schoolers out here with you, right?
You know, I brought my football coach out here. His kids came out here to check it out. I've had some folks on here. I mean, to me, the neatest part is exactly what's going on right here, kind of going through the catch and seeing the stuff that makes up the sea life around the beach. That's pretty neat. There's a few catfish in here, so watch those guys, Derek. And this is this net is from Fernandina, from Billy Burbank III. He built this net for me down at Burbank Trawls.
Out of Charleston?
No, they're out at Fernandina.
Out of Fernandina. I was going to say, Burbank's a popular name down south. Yeah, you got some big old shrimp in here too.
This is a good working net Mr. Burbank has constructed here.
Look at the size of that one.
I mean, yeah, there's some nice ones in here.
Look at the size of that one. Chad, if you thought I was serpentining before.
Good times. You want to dump that bucket right there for me?
What's that?
Dump that bucket.
Yeah. These you want overboard, or these are?
Or just dump them in that basket and throw the bucket back up here.
That basket's almost full.
Huh?
Your basket's full.
All right, well, when that one gets full, put them on the deck, the basket that's on the deck. Let me see that bucket back up here a second.
Chatty Cathy's. You got a nasty little catfish here.
I don't want him.
That guy's painful, isn't he?
Oh.
Huh?
They hurt.
This guy's painful. He's still alive and kicking. We'll get him overboard. Yeah, those catfish are evil, aren't they? I said that for y'all guys. You want me to dump this bucket overboard? Thanks for calling me out on that, Cap Brian. I said that. See who's paying attention in chat. He's sorting the bycatch from the shrimp. There's a couple different fish. There's some pinfish in there. There's some spots.
What's going on in the chat?
They're just asking what you're sorting. What are you sorting out of the shrimp?
Ah. Yeah, right now the only thing I'm doing is actually just picking up the shrimp. And then there are some mule shrimp in here, which I'll try to show you guys one of those. I'm probably putting a lot of those in the bucket. We'll go back through those when we head them.
Yeah.
But my main thing right now is to get the shrimp up, because I really wasn't expecting this many shrimp in this tow. And I'm a little bit behind the 8-ball, trying to get them up and get them on ice and try to get them cooled down. I'm back here by myself with Derek, and Derek's trying to steer the boat, shovel. He's throwing out a few as he goes, but this was a decent pull.
It's a really nice pull. This is your first pull of the season, right?
This is it. 2023, baby.
That's a really nice pull, Andy. A lot of good sized shrimp.
And what's crazy is this was really a high water drag. I'm coming up to the high water, and usually we're more productive on low water. So I wonder what this is.
Now tell some of them that may not know in chat what that means.
Yeah, during the low, the shrimp have had a chance to kind of flush out of the estuary. On the incoming tide, the shrimp are they're kind of being pushed back in. Certainly they do during the incoming tide. So from a shrimping standpoint, that means that low tide tow is usually more productive than during the high. And we were right at high tide when we took this tow up.
Yeah, by the time we get them called, it'll be time to pull again.
I don't know if you guys can see the difference in these shrimp right here. These are what we call mule shrimp, grass shrimp, right here. And this is a white shrimp. And we don't really eat these shrimp. Those are bycatch. And I'm sure I picked up a few of those along the way, but we'll go back through those when we had them. It may sort them some. I haven't made up my mind yet. Pull out the bigger ones from the smaller ones.
Catfish Dave got spiked by a fish that almost passed out on the boat, yeah.
Wow.
Catfish, yeah. That's a good pull, man. You about to put those on ice?
Yeah, I think I certainly need to. We'll run a little bit of water across them.
Yeah. What you doing that for, Andy?
What's that?
What are you doing that for?
I'm just going to rinse them off. Try to rinse some of the sand off of them.
How many pounds do you think that pole was? What was it each one of those baskets?
A full basket is about 85 pounds. But that's a rounded off basket. We got a basket and a half. Maybe close to 100 pounds. I don't know.
100 pounds of shrimp, huh? Not bad for your first pull of the season, Andy. Frog legs. Got a whole lot of butter? Butter and garlic? What do y'all got going on? Frog legs do not taste like chicken. There we go, Fishman Joe's in the house. Fishman Joe has entered chat, Andy.
Is he back? Where? Is he back here looking at me?
Yeah, he's looking at you.
What you think, Joe? John SS came out and gave me some advice on where to go today. Bam! Bam!
He's got the special coordinates from John. John said, Joe doesn't listen to me, but Andy does. Joe is counting John's sheep. And Chet is relentless. Y'all clown on each other all day long, huh? By the way, y'all, I know you've been asking Andy, where's the ice? There's the ice. He's getting those shrimp.
We didn't bring enough ice at all.
No, we didn't. We're probably only doing one more pull, though, I'm guessing.
Yeah, one more pull.
This pull,
And we're heading back in. Keep the sun off of them.
yeah, it's about 120 pounds. I think you're right, Joe. Andy's, oh, careful. Andy's math. Joe, when is season open up for y'all down there? You're getting ready for it, aren't you? Yeah, he probably does need to add some seawater. An open shrimp year round. You did come right at the right time. We're about ready to probably turn and get ready to make this other pull here shortly. But yeah. You had me on your boat, you couldn't put me to work, Joe. Instead you chose to go around, get pulled over by the lawman and all that stuff. Andy put me straight to work, put me right at the helm. Then he put a big net behind me so I can't throw a wake. I think you called him to tell him to do that. going frogging later. Heavy throttle hand. No, we don't have Alfred here to get us out of trouble.
Derek.
Yes, sir.
Let's make our slow left-hand turn again.
Coming around, Cap. Coming around. Give Andy a rooster tail. Tough crowd. Give Andy a rooster tail. Andy's the one with the hose in his hand. He's got the hose in his hand. Friggin', why am I gonna rooster tail him? He'll soak me down. Actually, I think I'm pretty safe because I'm here around all the electronics. Yeah, butt zone. Butt zone. Oh, Derek doesn't know slow, Andy. Yeah. You'll see the next pole here shortly. You'll see the next pole here shortly. Oh, jeez. Hose in your hand. Fair enough.
Straighten her up a little bit. Straighten her up a little bit. Turning her too hard. She's
Turning too hard?
door lines that come together there.
Oh, shoot.
Got to be a slow, gradual to keep that tension. See how they're spreading back apart now?
Yeah. There you go. Y'all got me in trouble. Y'all got me in trouble. Let's turn too fast. Tap me on that. Not going to be invited back on the boat because of y'all.
Woo! Good drag, scallywag.
Good one indeed. Joe says you need to sound meaner when you yell. You don't sound like a true sea captain.
I told you to straighten it up. Come about. What are you?
I don't know if I can say that word.
We're good.
You tie one off last night, you can't pull the line straight. You got the doors crossed and everything. How did I end up here? I don't know. I was driving south on I-95 a few days ago, and then yesterday I was driving north, and somebody yanked me off the interstate and said, "You're coming to pilot a boat."
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah."
It's exactly the way it went down.
That's exactly how it went down. And he said, "I ain't got nothing else to do on a Tuesday. Why don't you come out on the boat?" Can't cuss, it's Andy's channel for sure.
Yeah. None of that. What do we got, about 30 minutes on this one now? Maybe a little over 30.
Where's those Gatorades you brought on board?
I don't know. We threw them up here. They're underneath there somewhere. Derek, you're gonna have to dig for them because I'm like half cocked today. I didn't bring enough ice. I didn't bring a drink cooler. I didn't. Sure, why not? What's wrong with a lukewarm Gatorade?
Absolutely nothing.
It's wet, and that's very good.
How long? Those last two baskets, it was what, about a 40-minute pull?
We're probably closer to 50 minutes on that one because we shortened it a little bit.
Gotcha. Don't share the screen this time because my track is all over the place because I was out there sorting some bycatch, shoveling some stuff. I'm passing my friggin' breadcrumbs right now, and it's like, ooh, God.
You're fine. He was timing us, so.
Okay.
We did cut it a little. Wanted to go an hour. I'm glad we didn't.
I'm glad we didn't either.
That was a big bag. Thank goodness for that boom setup I've got and the pulley because that would have been a pain in the biscuit to try to heave over. So I don't know if you guys want to see me sing or dance today. I'm feeling pretty frisky on my first pull of the 2023 season.
100 plus pounds of his first pull.
Feeling
2.8 tonight.
Do we sell shrimp to Warner Robins? Geez, I'll be honest with you. I don't really sell a lot of shrimp.
Yeah, it's probably personal use. Him and his friends and family.
This is like a hobby for me and something I really enjoy bringing and sharing with you guys on YouTube. Which, with our 30 folks that we have in the chat, we're making
36.
36, is that what we got?
You're 36. Oh man, I called them out and they went down to 31.
All right, 31.
I should have learned in July you don't do that.
And we're making history today because I am pretty sure that this is the first time a shrimping video, a live shrimping video has happened. And you guys saw it from start to finish.
Joe and Andy don't go, Joe and Alfred don't go live when they do it?
Not like that, not like this.
Ah. Yeah, that was the first pull, Joe. 2 baskets. What time is it? Yeah, we're gonna pull this one and head back, huh? Because I gotta get on the road.
Yeah, we gotta get. You're gonna leave me with all this shrimp to head too, aren't you?
I am.
You bastard.
That's what I do.
You see how he does me, guys?
That's what I do.
These greenhorns,
My-
get them on the boat. They go out and they get back to the dock. They can't wait to get away from the boat.
Seagull, right? I come in, I shit on
Yeah.
everything, and then I leave.
Tiger, listen, I've got T-shirts that I'm trying to get out. I'm actually trying to get my daughter to help me set up my website so that we can do some shirts. I've got some stuff in the store on my channel on spring, but you know, I've had people, it's questionable. That's kind of the reason I can, when I get shirts made, I kind of control the quality. I know what shirt's being printed on and the process, and I like it. I like the guy that does my stuff.
He's saying I'm irresponsible when I drop merch, is what he's saying. That was a jab.
You are? I don't know.
I'm talking shit, man. There's a nice ball we're going over right now. Done thousands of pounds in an hour with Alfred, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Fishman's killing it down in Florida with his rig, and it's the setup that he's got. It's a bit different from what we do, the way they shrimp down there. And yeah, he's put them across the deck. And that's a good. You know, that's a lot of shrimp. 1,000 pounds is a lot of shrimp.
Yeah.
But hopefully we're still into this season. Kind of, shrimp will get bigger, and hopefully get more plentiful as we move into
There's some big shrimp in
October
that
and
bowl.
November. Yeah.
Some big shrimp there, though.
So things are looking up.
Joe says if he had a trawl, he would shrimp year round. Joe, you need to get Andy to send you the plans that he's got for this thing here. It's a pretty nifty setup he's got out there.
For what I do, it works really well.
Yeah?
And I put a little bit of thought into it, but if you're working a commercial boat, of course you'd have a winch, and you'd have higher pulling points. You'd have different points for being able to pull the net from. But yeah, it works good. This setup works good for me. So I think what we'll do is we'll pull on up this way a little bit. And by now the tide should be going out.
Yeah,
it'll be coming out this way.
We're moving at 2 knots, so we're against the tide again.
So that's a good thing. We'll actually be able to get the net up in the direction that we're going. And the next time, this time when we pull it, we'll be pulling the whole net up. The whole net we'll be pulling on those ropes. And
Okay. So we're not throwing the line and
yeah, we're not
fetching
going to
buoys?
throw it and do like we did before. We'll actually
Okay.
be pulling the whole rigmarole back up on the boat, which you'll get to understand the difference when we do that one time.
Yeah.
Of the system that we just did with disconnected from the boat and going around and catching the tail bag that way and just dealing with the tail bag. What a less strenuous way of you know, getting the catch out of the net that is, than having to actually pull the doors up every time.
He wants to know, Joe wants to know, what's with the mushroom anchor in the back?
Well, Joe, that is part of our setup we use for when we disconnect from the net. We don't have to pull the doors. Just exactly what I was just talking about with Derek.
Yeah.
With the mushroom anchor, we disconnect our tow lines and we leave them on that tow anchor with a float on it, and we throw those overboard. and then we just take the boat back around, back down the net to the tail bag float, which we have a float that's on the tail bag, and pull it up, and then we can just dump it. We can just deal with the tail bag without having to pull all the weight up of the door, the net, and everything like that. We'll try to just do that one time, and that's the last time, unless we have a problem. Sometimes that happens where we've got to pull the whole thing up. The mushroom anchor and hooking the tow lines. We disconnect the tow lines from the boat, and then we'll throw that mushroom anchor with the float on it overboard, and it keeps our tow lines stretched out so they don't get tangled up in the net. Back to the doors, and then we just go back around, and the only thing we're really dealing with at that point is the weight of the actual tail bag. Now the trick in this is you need some current, and you need to be facing into the current, because if you're not doing that, the net will wash ahead and get on top of the doors and get tangled up, and then you got a big mess. So you really got to kind of watch the tide, know which way the current's moving, and work it accordingly to that current. If that makes sense. Did I try to explain that?
It does. It does.
As well as I possibly could.
What do you need?
Joe says this is the best stream he's ever watched. He's obviously never flipped over. I know he's subscribed, but to my OnlyFans, he's never actually turned it on. So, just kidding, Joe.
I'm personally hurt because I thought he really enjoyed the spud stream. I guess maybe when he was there to actually experience a busted spud, that changed his mind on that stream. So what's that one? Miss what, Ashley?
That boat, I know the guy that used to own those boats. I think he sold them. He had like 3 of them. And I don't know if he has that one now. But that is a steel hull. That's a big boat.
That's a big boat. Oh, the transom's broke in the back, so he can pull up straight there?
Well, that boat is also set up for trawl fishing, for pulling a single trawl off the stern for fish, for bottom fish, offshore, and that's where the net would come on. It's missing part of the mechanism that would be bolted onto the stern of it.
Yeah.
And we usually call those the gallows, but it's not on the boat. He's got that off, and that boat's just rigged straight up for shrimping. Big steel hull.
He says he loves the spud stream, but he does dream of pulling trawls. And then Andy's stream is $24.95, but he's pretty sure it's worth it, says Captain Brian.
Of course it's worth it.
You gonna be able to show that boat with that little thing?
Yeah, I can do it from right here. You got it up on the channel? Can you see it over there?
There's no zoom on that thing?
You're getting too technical for this. This camera does not work so well with the zoom.
I mean, they can see it.
Big boat.
Big boat, and big boat, for sure.
But the principle, the system he's using is exactly the same of what we're doing right here today.
Yep. Joe's drooling.
A little boat porn for Joe. take me 2 days to clean up from this visit.
Oh, Michelle.
Oh, Mark. I got to get Joe up here.
Andy, get the same Charleston shirts for us to purchase. What Charleston shirt? The shirts you gave out to us in Charleston?
Yeah, that's what I got, yeah. You know, the one that Joe used for fiberglass rag down there on the lobster boat.
That was nice of him, wasn't it?
I'm glad it got put to some good use. Joe, do you still have that shirt? You should auction off that shirt for charity.
Joe's talking shit about me not washing his boat. I'd be afraid to wash your boat. The bilge ain't working, Joe.
You get accused of sinking it.
Yeah.
Derek sank my damn boat.
Too much water comes up on deck. I don't turn on those trash pumps. Next thing you know, Joe's blowing up chat in every freaking stream saying Derek came down to Florida and sank my boat.
Tiger, thank you. Yes, that shirt's not pink. It's coral. Dear heavens.
Andrew, you got Alfred's gold signature yesterday. That's cool. Congratulations.
Oh man, he gets $100 worth of free merch with that.
That was great.
And I told Alfred this in a text. He's the Willy Wonka of merchandising.
Yeah.
The golden ticket, the golden hat.
Oyster's in the house. Good to see you, Oyster.
Oyster.
Joe, I started reading your paragraph you left there. I thought you were accusing me of breaking that too. I was going too fast on the boat. I didn't clean the boat. Came on, I broke your bilge. Derek's never going to be allowed back in Miami.
That's funny. It's pretty good.
There's no camera facing the bow, but there were a bunch of gulls on the water.
Joe, who was running the boat when y'all got pulled over?
Not me.
By the FWC.
Not me.
All right, who was the throttle man?
Not me.
Things work on Andy's boat.
I'm jealous too, Joe. I'm jealous too. He's got a working tack. He's got a working speedometer. He's got everything works. The depth sounder, the fish finder. Oh man.
Yeah. That's me.
It was not me, Joe. It was not me at the helm.
Were y'all live when all this happened? Because I missed all this. So you might as well bring. Does everybody know in the chat what went down over there? Did you tell the story of how Joe was running the boat through Miami Vice style, Crockett and Tubbs?
running blackout because he stopped to pick up some square grouper.
Oh. So, yeah, Derek told me the whole thing. Derek's thinking the whole time while this thing's unfolding, it's going through his mind, I don't know a soul in Miami to call for bail money.
Joe Keating does not live in Miami.
What has Fishman got me into here?
I don't have I don't have my guardian angel to bail me out of shit. Oh man.
I don't care who you are. That's good stuff.
I did get sucked into the lifestyle. I gotta support my food boat renovation somehow. I didn't sell enough merch to pay for 3 boards. That's not true. A bunch of y'all bought merch and I really, really do appreciate it. A bunch of you bought merch and I really appreciate it. It's in production. It'll be to y'all soon. I got a couple other things. A lot of cool things unfolding with that Beaufort to Buford thing. I think I'm gonna get Andy to put one of these trawls on the food boat when I'm going from Beaufort to Buford. I mean, going 2 knots. Might as well drag a net.
We're catching and cooking. We're doing a catch and cook while we're traveling. It would be pretty interesting.
It would be very cool, wouldn't it? We're outlaws around Haulover.
All right, geez, we're coming up. Let's see.
Thank God Alfred was there, right?
Who's
Captain
got
Brian just ordered. Awesome. Thanks, Captain Brian. Appreciate it.
Who's got the clock? How long have we been towing? We've got to be coming up on close to an hour here.
Oh yeah. We're not far from where we pulled the net last time. Now I'm coming up on the breadcrumbs from where we turned, where we were doing our loop.
Doing our loop.
Pulling the net up. All right, Joe's out of here. Derek and Joe are trading homes. It'll be 500 pounds in this pull. the boat would sink. It'd be like they'd be all pulling us backwards right now.
500 pounds in this pool. I don't think we can get that on the boat.
I'm telling you, I think they'd be pulling the boat backwards.
Oof.
You got me looking at a terrain reference now at shore, trying to make sure we are making headway.
We are.
About 500-pound pull.
That would be a lot of shrimp. A lot of shrimp.
The water speak to Fishman Joe. Yeah, he's got a lot of time on the water.
All right, let me get back here and start making preparations.
All right. Yep. Teresa, it's all right. It's all right. You're not buying merch. Just go with the waves. They'll rock me to sleep. That's the problem. And he doesn't have a...
Well,
You ready? What do
how
we got?
you feeling?
Start barking orders, Cap. What do we got to do? We throttling down or what are we doing?
Yeah, we'll pull it right on back into neutral.
Yeah, Andy's chairs are comfy. Andy's chairs are comfy for sure. All right, what we got?
All right, we're gonna take this right here and put it over here in that block. Got it?
All three, there we go.
There you go. All right, bring it this side right here. And
We're heaving?
we're heaving. Let me get caught up with you right here.
What do we do with the doors? Bring them up?
Bring them right on up. If you get... All right, what you hit? All right. Boom. Take this, and I'm gonna go. We're gonna pull them down just a little bit. I'm gonna go up here to the cabin. Watch your foot right here. I'm gonna slide this right here, get it out of the way. All right, go over here and do this just a minute.
I see a shrimp. There's one in the net.
That's good. Woo! Let's not lose that. Does this mean we're going steady now?
Yeah.
Derek just gave me a ring.
All right, talk to me, Andy. What are we doing?
All right, I'm going to turn the boat here a little bit and then pull it out of gear and grab that net mechanism off that's hanging over.
This one?
Everything.
All the lines?
Yep. Let me pull it over there to you. Can you get to them?
Yeah. Am I pulling it up or what am I doing?
Yeah, we're going to pull it up.
The whole freaking... That chain don't make it easy, huh?
Dude, we got a triple tail.
Yeah.
Now, hold on a second. We want to shake this stuff right on down as we're kind of going because we're missing some shrimp here. We can shake that out. That's all right. Just bring it on in. It's not coming out. Oh dear heavens. All right. Let's get our line again. Untie that.
This?
Yeah. we got another pretty good haul, y'all. Give me some. All right.
1 second. Let me get a little bit of video of you. So what are we doing? You got the line around it, we're gonna pull it up?
Yep.
It doesn't look as plentiful.
No. All right, back down.
Pull this, right?
Yeah. All right. Now, I think we can muscle this one on up into the basket.
Muscle this?
Yeah, I think.
Oh. Nope.
Got most of them.
This bucket, or was it these two?
We can go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna let you work on these.
You gonna start going back in?
I'm gonna start easing back in.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, not as big a toe. Not bad. Seen much worse. Ah!
Up.
Forgot to get that rope in. So yeah, we just caught a rope in the wheel. Not paying attention. Is it recoverable?
You gonna put her in neutral for me?
It is.
Take out of gear, I mean.
It's out of gear.
It's just that tight. Ah.
Is it spun in there tight? Derek?
She's in there good, but
All
yeah.
right, tell you what, let me try, see if I can do this right here. Try that. That help any?
Yeah, it's coming out some.
First trip blues. It happens. What's really cool is I'm not having to worry with it. Derek's got it. Are we good?
No?
Still wound up tight?
I got some out, but I can't pay the rest out. She's coming.
All right.
Oh, we're good.
All right. Hey, would you do me a favor and pull that rope in the boat?
All lines back in the water.
I don't know. The rest of it's still there. The blue one can stay on the boat. There. Now we got it. Whew. All right. Now I've worked Derek to death. All right, guys. So we watched Derek kind of sort through the catch. Yeah, Andy is back on the wheel. Give you guys a little view of Derek doing his deal back there. Old stripes. You know, while I got Derek on the back deck working like a true deckhand, and I can sit up here like a captain. We could talk about his efficiency. You think we got 200 pounds, Joe? I don't know. I know that I've got a lot of heading to do today. Derek's got to get back to Charleston. He's got to get back, and I wouldn't say I was completely ready to go today. Normally, I would have gone over to the ice house and I would have filled up the big cooler with ice, so I'd have had plenty of ice. But I wasn't expecting to have this much at all. I will tell you guys that. And the wind is supposed to come up here a little bit today. Probably around 3 o'clock. I think it's supposed to be northeast, 10 knots or so, which isn't terrible, but it can get a little uncomfortable. I'm gonna try to get the boat and plane off right here. I don't want to beat Derek to pieces. I want to make more than 8 knots. Well, Derek's got a few things he's got to do before he gets home. He needs to be back in Charleston by as early as possible. So we're going to work on doing that for him, try to get him back home. I would have loved to have made another tug. Really. I was kind of expecting that on that high water coming up we took up right at the top of the high water, and then that being the high water. I was expecting that catch to be not quite as good as one before. I could just imagine that the low water, the drag that would be leading up to the low would be pretty significant. That drag would be pretty good.
Dave, you want the cat?
Oh, that's a good one. Derek just showed me that catfish. Those things can ruin your day with that. Step on them, hit them with your hand. Oh my God. Good day shrimping, guys. Did you see that triple tail oyster? making our way back in. We're back in the sound. Really close, like really close to the area where the Golden Ray turned over right now. And we're going to jump into the ICW. Take the ICW back to the marina. With the rigging on the boat, it can get a little dicey getting under the fixed bridge. So I just run around to the ICW back to the marina. Some of the shrimp are big, Joe. I mean, they're a mixed bag, but yeah, there's some nice ones in there. Good size shrimp. Still got a lot of heading to do, or I do. I'm not expecting Eric to help me with the heading. I know he's got to get back. I'm proud of Derek, though. Yeah, Derek's sticking with it back there. Derek has the right work ethic. He's going to see the job through, and that's refreshing in this day and time. I'm guessing I should send Derek back with some shrimp, you guys. Y'all think that would be the proper thing to do? I mean, I gotta pay him something for his time, right? Man, I'm so glad that you guys have come along with us today on what I think is an historic day. I don't think anybody has ever live streamed a shrimping trip like this. And they're in the chat or here with us. And that's really cool. Derek's got it figured out with the ice scoop back there. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you are too, Joe. You know, there's a lot of videos out there about shrimping, but everything's edited. You don't see a lot of people doing live streams because you know there's a lot of uncertainty. I caught a rope in the wheel as we were just getting ready to leave. Things happened, and that was completely my fault when that happened. It would be really cool to cook some of these. I don't know, I gotta see how the rest of the day goes. Y'all, I've still got a lot of heading to do. I've got a net to clean out. We gotta unload these shrimp, I gotta head them. The day is not over. Once we get back to the dock, you know, I may go ahead and run Derek back. It's 1 o'clock now. We'll figure out how much time he's got to go. He may want to shower before he rides back across. Figure out where we're going to go from here. Yeah, I got ice at the marina. That's not a problem. We'll figure all that out, though. What are they looking like, Derek?
They're looking good. Bunch of different sizes in here, but
What are you getting? You're on the 3rd bucket?
yeah. Well, we still gotta go through the net too. Are we back to the dock already?
Yeah.
Was having so much fun sorting. Come on, squid, let go.
I got a, if you'll throw that bumper that on that stern back around on the side, and underneath that hatch right there,
Yeah.
there's another dock line in there.
The bell tolls again.
Yes, it does.
It tolled on the way out and it tolled on the way in. What time we got? 1?
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock right now.
Fair amount of squid in the bycatch.
Yeah, I was noticing that in that first trawl. Probably should be saving that for bait.
Yeah, I know. I was
Not
thinking.
today.
I was thinking about that when I was tossing. I was just damn. Like a glove.
Oh, shoot. All right, you got that one?
Yeah.
See if you can help me with that. See if it'll reach that one.
Just like that?
Yeah, perfect. I'll snug it down a little bit right here.
Andy made it back to the dock.
Here we are. And we have shrimp. Cool. Well, I don't know, you guys want to stay with us for a few more minutes?
That bycatch isn't going to last much longer in the...
Never leave the helm. Brian, I'd love to, but that's a habit I got to, like when I'm by myself. I usually have my vest on. I didn't have my vest on today because I had Derek on the boat with me. Let's see here. You got room back there? Can I come that way?
Yeah.
Is there any more bycatch in here?
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's all pretty good. That's pretty clean. Let me start working on this.
That sounds good for you.
Yeah. Let's get you some shrimp headed up here. Let's get you some shrimp headed up here so you can take some with you.
Other way around. I'm out of practice. Good thing we're not racing.
Wow.
I am way out of practice. You're over there 2, 3 at a time.
I'm slow. I gotta get better.
That would be a good YouTube challenge, though.
I think it would be.
Who can head shrimp the quickest?
Who can head 3 pounds of shrimp the fastest?
That'd be a really good one. Joe, you stay in Miami for that one. Are they head on, or you got to yield 3 pounds?
No, you got to yield 3 pounds.
So they would be on a scale.
Be on a scale. You put your bucket on a scale.
And then is it like The Price is Right? If you go over?
You better make sure that when you get through, That thing says 3 pounds or more.
Okay, but it's not if you go over 3 pounds.
Not if you go over 3 pounds. You probably want to go over. You want to make sure that you get your 3 headed.
Yeah, you've definitely kicked my butt.
The ones that are actually on ice will be easier to head than these will.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch out for these guys. You'll find these mule shrimp that are in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just toss them out.
How do you know mule shrimp?
How do I know? Well, he's going to have lines in his body. His top horn is curved upwards. And he feels different in your hand. He's hard. Some people call them hardbacks. They're tough. They're a tough little rascal.
I would not survive in a shrimp factory.
Sure you would.
They would fire me in a heartbeat.
Oh, you'd learn. So what'd you think about the day? What'd you think about
I had a lot of fun, Andy.
the whole shrimping experience?
I had a lot of fun. That is a nice setup you got there. I see these dolls go crazy.
Throw them. They're coming in. How many have we headed in there? We had a pound in there yet?
Probably so. At least a good sized shrimp in there. Don't forget, you're going to have to send some to Teresa.
Jeez, I got to figure out how to do that.
They're not really hanging out with us. They're hanging out at the back deck. Huh?
I don't know. How's it look? Were they looking at the back of my head?
They're looking like right here. I see the back of your head a little bit. But
What if I move over here and do this? How about that, guys? Is that any better? There are some nice ones in here. I mean, there's small ones in here, don't get me wrong, but there are some nice ones in here as well.
mm-hmm.
Smaller ones you can pick out and make yourself a nice shrimp salad. The bigger ones, boil them or fry them, saute them, some other culinary experience.
You're gonna make me make
It's
content,
just
aren't
special. Oh yeah.
you? You're gonna make me make
I'm gonna
content.
make you make the Minorcan mullet shrimp episode of the food boat.
You sending me home with shrimp.
I think without a doubt. I mean, it's a little different when you catch them and then are able to do something special with them and share that with folks. That's pretty neat.
How about you being able to share the whole freaking thing live stream? That's something else, man.
The cool thing about this is pretty much the way the commercial guys do it. You know, a lot of that process is more mechanized. You're dealing with a lot bigger nets, a lot bigger weights.
Mm-hmm.
But the process is pretty much the same.
I love that Andy's over here just heading the shit out of these things.
We're making progress.
Oh, how about it, chat? I think Andy has headed 4-1, if not 5-1. Now he's stealing my heads, though.
I'm just going through it. There's a few shrimp in these. Share the love, brother. All right. Jeez. 10 pounds of tails in there, huh?
Probably. Fair enough.
It's all right. All right. Now then, let's, because we're here and we're at the, we'll clean them in the shade. Jeez, we need to get the rest of these out of here too. Look at this. Look at the size of that guy right there.
Cooler coming up.
What's that?
We gonna tote the cooler all the way up there?
Well, there's a cart up there. You want to go up there and grab that cart? That'll help us.
Yeah. Yeah, something on top of them shrimp.
What's that?
They're just sitting out in the sun.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and carry those on up there.
Trying to get to you, Mr. Tripletail. I know, buddy. Oh, please don't bite me. What's that?
They're saying I'm gone. See you later. Andy was smart. He drove here.
Trying to revive this triple tail. I don't know if it's going to happen. Ow! Ow, that's my... He's swimming off, dude. Well... Almost there, Derek. We're gonna need this too. I sure. All right. Well, in the live stream, 'cause we got to get Derek back. But geez, thanks for being with us. I don't even know how many we end up here. 28 guys in here. Thanks for coming with us. We're going to do some more of this. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. History making day on the Minorcan Mullet with Derek as we complete actually 2 shrimp trawls from the time we left pretty much to the time we got back.
Yep.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.